So I get this screenshot from my cousin Tasha. No text, no caption, just a photo of my sister Keisha sitting across from my ex Devon at a restaurant. And they're not just eating, y'all. They're leaned in, like leaned in, close together kind of leaned in. Now I need y'all to understand something before I even get into this. My engagement party to the love of my life, Marcus, was in 3 days. 3 days. I had the dress hanging on my door, the playlist was finalized, decorations sitting in my trunk. I was floating, like genuinely, truly floating. Everything was perfect. And here is my sister with my ex, looking cozy at some restaurant on a Tuesday night. Okay, and I need to be honest for a second, Keisha and I have always had a thing. Like, we love each other. She's my blood and I would do anything for her. But she has this, how do I say this without sounding terrible? She has a hard time being happy for you, like genuinely happy. She'll say congratulations, but there's always a but attached. Congrats on the new job, but I heard they do layoffs. Love the apartment, but that area is kind of sketch. Always something. So when I saw that photo, my brain went straight to the worst place. She's doing this to sabotage my moment. This is her way of making my engagement about her. But here's the thing that confused me. Devon. My ex Devon is, and I say this with zero shade, the most boring man I have ever dated. We were together 8 months, and I genuinely cannot tell you one interesting thing about him. Nice guy, stable, works in insurance, wears khakis every single day. I broke up with him because I kept forgetting we were together. Like, I am not even exaggerating. So why would Keisha, loud, chaotic, loves drama Keisha, be having dinner with the human equivalent of plain oatmeal? Somebody make it make sense. I called her, no answer. Texted her, hey, can you call me? Left on red, 45 minutes. Then she texts back, sorry sis, was at dinner, LOL, what's up? With a smiley face. Like nothing was happening. So I screenshot Tasha's photo and sent it right back to her. No words, no caption, just the picture. She didn't respond for the rest of the night. Now at this point, I'm thinking I got this all figured out, right? My messy sister is messing with my boring ex 3 days before my engagement party to ruin my moment. Case closed. Simple. But see, that's the thing about this story. Nothing about it was simple. And what came out at that engagement party? Y'all, I still can't talk about it without my... The next morning I wake up, check my phone. Nothing from Keisha. Not one text. No explanation, nothing. Just silence. That silence told me everything. Because if it was innocent, she would have called me immediately, right? Wouldn't you call? Wouldn't you explain? Exactly. So I'm getting ready for work and I'm spiraling, full spiral mode, making up scenarios in my head, and then Marcus calls me. Hey baby, just checking on you. You sleep okay? And he sounds normal, sweet, like he always does. And for a second, I almost told him everything, but something stopped me. Just this feeling in my chest like, not yet. Don't say anything yet. Now here's where it gets really weird. That night I did something I never do. I went through Marcus's phone. I know, y'all can judge me. Trust me, I was judging myself. But I had this gut feeling that wouldn't go away, and his phone was clean, like suspiciously clean. No weird texts, no hidden apps, nothing. But, and this is the clue I almost missed, he had called Devon, my ex Devon, 3 times in the last 2 weeks. I'm sorry, what? Why is my fiance calling my ex? They don't know each other. They have never met. I checked the contacts and Devon wasn't even saved under his real name. He was saved as D Insurance. Something was very, very wrong. I couldn't ask Marcus without admitting I went through his phone. Keisha still ghosting me. Engagement party in 2 days. Walls closing in. So I called Tasha, my cousin, the only person I trusted. Tosh, something isn't right. I need you to help me figure out what's going on. And Tasha got quiet for a second. Then she said, girl, I've been waiting for you to say that because there's something else I didn't tell you. Excuse me? Something else? And right then my phone buzzed. Text from Keisha. Finally. All it said was, don't be mad. Meet me tomorrow before the party. Bring Tasha. Don't bring Marcus. Don't bring Marcus. So it's the day before my engagement party. I'm supposed to be picking up balloons and checking the seating chart. Instead, I'm in Tasha's car outside a Starbucks, shaking, literally shaking. Because Keisha said, meet her here. And she said, bring an open mind. An open mind? For what, Keisha? What could you possibly need to tell me that requires an open mind? We go inside. She's in the back corner. And next to her is Devon, in his little khaki pants, looking like he's about to give a presentation he did not prepare for. I almost left, y'all. I almost turned right around and said, forget this. Forget both of you. I am going home to marry the man I love. Would you have stayed? Because why am I sitting across from my sister and my ex the day before the biggest moment of my life? But Tasha grabbed my arm. Sit down. Just listen. So I sat. I didn't want to, but I sat. Keisha looked exhausted, bags under her eyes, like she hadn't slept in days. She grabbed my hand and said, I know you think I'm trying to ruin this for you, and I don't blame you because I haven't always been the best sister. But I swear on Mama's grave, I am trying to protect you. Y'all, I believed her. I didn't want to, but something in her voice just broke me. I believed her. Then Devon started talking. He said, okay, let me breathe, because this part still makes me sick. About a month ago, he was at a work conference, insurance event, and he saw Marcus there. My Marcus? At an insurance conference? Devon said Marcus was across the room with a woman, and a ring on his finger. Not my ring, a wedding band. And Marcus introduced that woman as his wife. His what? I must have said that out loud because Keisha squeezed my hand tighter. Devon said he couldn't let me walk into a marriage without knowing. So he found Keisha on Instagram and told her first because he thought she'd know how to tell me. And Keisha, my sister, who I spent 3 days cursing out in my head, who I told Tasha was jealous and messy, had spent 2 weeks verifying Devon's story. She went to the courthouse, pulled public records, did all of that quietly because she didn't want to blow up my life unless she was sure. She was sure. She slid a paper across the table. Marriage certificate. Marcus Anthony Williams, married to Brianna Simone Carter, October 2021. Never divorced, still active. I looked at it, looked at Keisha, looked at Devon, and I couldn't breathe. Like the air just left the room and took everything with it. 3 days before my engagement party, my fiancé was all 30 minutes before I could drive home. Tasha offered to come. Keisha offered. I said no. I needed to do this alone. Marcus was on the couch, watching TV, eating leftovers, like everything was fine, like he hadn't been living a double life. He looked up and smiled at me, that same smile. And for 5 seconds, I thought about not saying anything. I thought about pretending, going through with the party, because the truth was about to shatter everything. But I couldn't. I sat across from him and said, "Who is Brianna?" The way his face dropped, like every drop of blood left his body, mouth open, nothing coming out. So I said it again. "Marcus, who is Brianna? And why am I looking at a marriage certificate with your name on it?" "Baby, let me explain." "Explain? That you're married? That you proposed to me while you were still someone's husband?" He cried, said the marriage was over. They'd been separated for years. He never filed paperwork because it was expensive. Maybe that's true. Maybe they were done. But that's not the point. He lied every single day. He looked me in my face and talked about forever while his forever was already promised to someone else. That's not a mistake. That's a choice. Every single day. I told him it was over. He begged, said he'd file divorce papers Monday morning, and I said, "You should have done that before you got on one knee." I canceled the party that night. Group text, "Party's off. I'll explain when I'm ready." Turned my phone off and drove to Keisha's. She opened the door before I knocked, like she'd been waiting, and I fell into her and cried harder than I've cried in years. She held me, didn't say one word, just held me. And it hit me. I spent 3 days hating my sister, calling her jealous, assuming the worst, when she was the only person fighting for me. She went to the courthouse, lost sleep, let me despise her because she wanted to be sure before breaking my heart. Devon, the boring insurance guy? Turns out he has something better than personality. He has integrity. And Keisha? Still loud, Still a lot, but she's my sister, and she saved me. Do I have a fiancé? No, ma'am. Is the engagement fund now my solo vacation fund? Absolutely. Am I okay? Getting there. But hear me. Sometimes the person you think is against you is the only one for you, and the truth hurts so bad you'd rather stay in the lie. But you deserve it. You always deserve the truth. Drop a heart if someone saved you from something you couldn't see. If you found out something that changed everything, you're not alone. I need wine and therapy. Love y'all. Trust your gut. It knows before you